The North American International Auto Show is a gleaming, roaring affair. Once a year, in bleakest January, car makers head to the Motor City to show off their newest models, technologies, and concept vehicles to industry figures, the press, and the public. Each automaker takes its corner of the dark, carpeted cavern of the Kobo Center and turns it into something resembling a game show set. Spotlights, catwalks, light displays, scantily clad women, and vehicle after vehicle, many rotating on giant lazy Susans. I spent hours at a recent show, ducking in and out of new models and talking with auto executives and sales representatives. I sat in an SUV as sleek as a shark, the buttons and gears and dials on its dashboard replaced with a virtual cockpit straight out of science fiction, a race car so aerodynamic and low that I had to crouch to get in it, and driverless car after driverless car after driverless car. The displays ranged in degrees of technological spectacle from the cool to the oh my word. One massive Ford truck, for instance, offered a souped-up cruise control that would brake for pedestrians and take over stop-and-go driving in heavy traffic. No need to keep ramming the pedals yourself, a representative said as I gripped the oversized steering wheel. Across the floor sat a Volkswagen concept car that looked like a hippie caravan for aliens. The minibus had no door latches, just sensors. There was a plug instead of a gas tank. On fully autonomous driving mode, the dash swallowed the steering wheel. A variety of lasers, sensors, radar, and cameras would then pilot the vehicle, and the driver and front seat passenger could swing their seats around to the back, turning the bus into a snug, space-age living room. The car of the future, proclaimed Klaus Bischoff, the company's head of design. It was a phrase that I heard again and again in Detroit. We are developing the cars of the future. The cars of the future are coming. The cars of the future are here. The auto market, I came to understand, is rapidly moving from automated to autonomous to driverless. Many cars already offer numerous features to assist with driving, including fancy cruise controls, backup warnings, lane-keeping technology, emergency braking, automatic parking, and so on. Add in enough of those options, along with some advanced sensors and thousands of lines of code, and you end up with an autonomous car that can pilot itself from origin to destination. Soon enough, cars, trucks, and taxis might be able to do so without a driver in the vehicle at all. This technology has gone from 0 to 60, forgive me, in only a decade and a half. Back in 2002, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, part of the Department of Defense and better known as DARPA, announced a grand challenge, an invitation for teams to build autonomous vehicles and race one another on an 142-mile desert course from Barstow, California to Primm, Nevada. The winner would take home a cool $1 million. At the marquee event, none of the competitors made it through the course or anywhere close, but the promise of prize money and the publicity around the event spurred a wave of investment and innovation. That first competition created a community of innovators, engineers, students, programmers, off-road racers, backyard mechanics, inventors, and dreamers who came together to make history by trying to solve a tough technical problem, said Lieutenant Colonel Scott Waddell of DARPA. He continued, "The fresh thinking they brought was the spark that has triggered major advances in the development of autonomous robotic ground vehicle technology in the years since. As these systems become more reliable, safer, and cheaper, and as government regulations and the insurance markets come to accommodate them, mere mortals will get to experience them." At the auto show, I watched John Krafcik, the chief executive of Waymo, Google's self-driving spinoff, show off a fully autonomous Chrysler Pacifica minivan. Our latest innovations have brought us closer to scaling our technology to potentially millions of people every day, he said, describing how the cost of the three-dimensional light detection radar that helps guide the car has fallen 90% from its original $75,000 price tag in just a few years. BMW and Ford, among others, have announced that their autonomous offerings will go to market soon. The amount of technology in cars has been growing exponentially, said Sandy Lobenstein, a Toyota executive speaking in Detroit. He continued, "The vehicle as we know it is transforming into a means of getting around that futurists have dreamed about for a long time."